Okay, we are going to be doing part number 2 right now, just getting us into using some O-snaps and using the line tool, and I'm going to introduce a couple of other tools along here. All right. One thing that I like to do is I like to download all the pictures that if I'm going to be using these in here, and I'll put them in a folder, and I will take them from that folder and drag them into AutoCAD. This way I just have it nice and ready for me to be able to take a look at it. I just click it once, make the size, and then just click space a couple times. So that way I don't have to go between Google Classroom and AutoCAD. It's all right here. And one extra thing that I like to do is I like to set up my windows a certain way to be able to view all of it at once. So if you go to the top tab View, and under View Configuration, there's a whole bunch of different things that you can do. This allows you to view multiple spots of your drawing at the same time. I usually stick with something simple like left 3. Okay. I need to zoom, extents. There we go. Okay. And I usually like to have my main spot where you can actually see the grid. The other spots I really don't care that much. Okay. And you can click in these different ports here to view different areas. So it's a nice way for you to be able to view a picture, something like that, in one section and be able to work in another section. The other nice thing is you can actually work between these different viewports. So for instance, if I have the line tool and I want to go over to that point right there in the other page, I can click on it and you can see what happens. I just actually extend that line extra far. Alright, so it's nice to be able to use that. Okay, so with this part, we are going to go ahead and make this little I-beam and then do this little view from the right side. Honestly, since we don't have dimensions, it's not going to be a major issue to put in dimensions. I like to make sure everything is nice and square though, and so in order to do that, I'm going to turn on ortho mode. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of start to type in numbers and see how it all looks. I'm going to go up 1, go to the right, I would say that's probably about 3, go up 5. Alright, now I need to go to the right. I know I typed in 3 before, but you know what? I want to get used to using these O-snaps. So I can go over to this point where it's highlighted in green and go straight up. And here we go. I have that perfectly lined up. Alright, and then I'm going to go up, what was it, 1? And then I'm going to go up, let's see, that was 3. So I'm going to go over 7. Alright, how far down do I go? Go down 1, go to the right, 3, go straight down. I want to just line up at this point, click, line up at that point, click. So you can see these ortho, turning it on is going to be very, very useful. Alright, so there I went ahead and made this little eye. Alright, if yours isn't exactly like that, it's not a big deal. These lines should definitely line up though, because we did use that ortho O-snap on them. Okay, but if your dimensions are a little bit different, like you have a different length here, that's okay. Alright, Next thing I want to do is I want to draw this little box in here. Okay, this little box should start off and it should go straight across from this top little point on that eye, and I'm going to click right there, go straight down. How far down do I go? I'm going to just follow these points here. Alright, not sure how deep it is, but we'll just make it up. Alright, and there we go. I've got the start of it right here. I need to finish it up. Go from that point, click once, go straight over. It's not snapping in the right spot. You know what? I'm just going to go a little bit farther. I'm going to show us a different tool that we can use in just a moment. From here, go straight over, click once, go straight over, click again, and I click escape to get out. I do want to get rid of this little extra part of this line here. Alright, so for that I'm going to show us a new tool that we haven't used before, I haven't introduced yet, and that is going to be the trim tool. Alright, the trim tool, you have to type in TR, and I click space. First thing it says, select objects. So this is the objects that you want a line to be trimmed to. So I'm going to get rid of the end of these lines right here, but I want to go and trim it to that line right there, the line going straight up and down. Click space and then select objects to be trimmed. I'm going to actually just draw a box around both of these. And there we go. It's trimmed up. It's exactly what I want. I've got the eye, I've got the side view. Alright, so important things to take away from here: using O-snaps. Okay, if you have an issue like you want to O-snap to, say, like the midpoint of this line, how would I do it? I would hold down Control and right click. I've got all these different snaps that I can do now. I can click, say, midpoint and go straight over. Alright, so that would just be the midpoint of that line. O-snaps are very, very useful. You should get used to using them as often as we can. And hopefully you got through that with no issues. If you had any problems throughout this, rewind, take a look, talk to your neighbor, talk to me. Alright.